Hello and welcome to the Business Dashboard on City TV. My name is Bobby Osei. Coming up on the Business Dashboard, AngloGold Ashanti cautions public against fake recruitment announcements for its Obuasi and Iduapriem mines. Also, all is set for Dankwa Institute's panel discussion program in collaboration with City FM to look at the collapse of banks tomorrow at Alisa Hotel. Meanwhile, CalBank assures that its strong security system blocked fraud attempt in 2017. Despite the celebration of Eid al-Adha, livestock dealers in Accra complain of low sales. Details of these stories and others, including exclusive interviews, analysis on trending business issues, coming up in the next 30 minutes. Let's take our first story. Now, AngloGold Ashanti is cautioning the public to be wary of a fake recruitment process for its Obuasi and Iduapriem mines. The company's Obuasi mine is yet to resume operations after years of inactivity. Now, AngloGold Ashanti believes the security agencies will bring all perpetrators to book. Here's Pius Amihi Duku's report.
According to AngloGold, the scammers exploit their victims by sending messages via WhatsApp and other social media platforms. This is followed by fictitious claims that the prospective employees will have to make payment to secure their jobs. It is unclear how many persons have been affected by the scam. The head of legal services and company secretary for AngloGold Ashanti, Juliet Mantiao Kutin, explained the legitimate recruitment mechanism to City Business News.
Even though we are not recruiting through third parties, we are recruiting directly, and all our job vacancies are published on our website www.anglogoldashanti.com. AngloGold Ashanti will not send emails using Hotmail or Yahoo or Gmail. AngloGold Ashanti will not ask you to pay for any position or to pay for an interview. If you see any emails like that, you should immediately know that they are fictitious and you should report to the appropriate authorities.
She adds that at least 2 cases are reported to the company on a daily basis, which the police have since been notified of. So far, no arrests have been made, but the company is hopeful of completely solving the issue.
We've informed the Ghana police about this. Unfortunately, there have been no arrests yet, but they continue to do their investigations and we cooperate with them. It's been going on for several months now. We've released several caution statements in the press, but every now and then it comes again. And since we started our own recruitment, we've seen a surge in the fictitious activities, and we want the public to take note of that.
AngloGold Ashanti is expected to start full operations from its Obuasi mine by the 3rd quarter of 2019. It follows a conclusion arrived between the company and the government on several agreements bordering on development, tax concession, security, as well as reclamation security. In all, the company is expected to create about 2,000 to 2,500 jobs at its Obuasi mine.
Now, Omnibank and Sahel Sahara Bank are expected to comply with specific and general criteria if their proposed merger is to be approved by the Bank of Ghana. The central bank has since replied to the banks with a no-objection letter, which clears the way for them to commence the merger processes. In this report, City Business News highlights the requirements in the context of the Merger and Acquisitions Directives recently issued by the Bank of Ghana.
The no-objection letter from the central bank to Omnibank and Sahel Sahara is part of the process required for a merger. This is in line with provisions of the Bank of Ghana's Mergers and Acquisition Directive. Subsequent to this, the 2 banks are also expected to meet some general and specific criteria. For instance, the general criteria requires Omnibank and Sahel Sahara Bank to conduct their merger processes to the benefit of the financial system stability and in compliance with all applicable regulatory requirements and other prudential norms of the Bank of Ghana. The specific criteria, amongst others, requires the 2 banks to submit to the regulator a copy of proposed share sale and purchase agreement. Again, the minimum and ongoing capital of the combined institution should meet the existing minimum paid-up capital prescribed for banks, that is 400 million cedis. Also, Omnibank and Sahel Sahara Bank are expected to jointly appoint a certified valuer of good standing and a copy made available at the time of application. After all due diligence is done, and if the central bank is satisfied that Omnibank and Sahel Sahara have met all the criteria set for their merger, it shall within 6 months after receipt of a complete application communicate its decision to the applicants. This therefore means that if the two banks sent the application at the end of August, they should receive approval by December, which will be in line with the central bank's deadline.
Still staying with banking, Indigenous Bank, CalBank, has assured its customers that the bank has strong security systems that detect and stop any form of fraudulent transfer of funds. The assurance comes after a recent report circulating in the media and on social media about an attempted fraud of over 110 million Ghana cedis in 2017 on CalBank. According to CalBank, the headline of the report was misleading, hence compelled the bank to correct the error. Here are excerpts of the statement issued by the bank.
Recounting the whole incident, the bank said on July 4, 2017, it noticed some unusual and suspicious activities on its system in an attempt to fraudulently transfer 110 million Ghana cedis from the bank. The attempt was unsuccessful. The bank's IT risk systems, upon detecting the fraudulent acts, immediately stopped and blocked further transfers. The amount at risk was less than 255,000 Ghana cedis, of which 113 Ghana cedis was recovered. The bank immediately reported the attempted fraudulent act to the Ghana Police Service and the relevant regulatory authorities. With the help of the cybercrime unit of the Criminal Investigation Department of the Ghana Police Service, the suspected individuals have been arrested and over 130,000 Ghana cedis of the funds fraudulently transferred has been recovered. CalBank assures all its customers, shareholders and stakeholders that the attempted fraud was foiled thanks to the bank's robust IT security system. Quotes, "We continue to invest heavily in our IT security and risk management systems to forestall any future fraud attempts on the bank." In addition, the bank has been PCI DSS certified and is also implementing ISO 27001 certification to further enhance the bank's IT security environment. Unquote. CalBank further assured its customers, shareholders and stakeholders that their interests will continually be protected. Quote, "We are grateful to the Ghana Police Service for their support in arresting the suspects." Unquote. It ended.
Now, the Dankwa Institute, a public policy research center in collaboration with City FM, will tomorrow host a special panel discussion at Alisa Hotel to look at the recent collapse of banks in the country. Special guest of honor will be the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. There is more in this report on what to expect tomorrow.
Other distinguished persons who will be part of the panel are a Deputy Minister of Finance, Charles Edu-Boahen, Head of Chambers at Casa Law Firm and Lecturer at GIMPA, Clara Kasati, Senior Lecturer and Economist, Dr. Eric Osei Asibe, and Head Consultant and CEO of Avon Consultancy, Dr. Ebenezer Ashley. Explaining the objective of the program, the immediate past Executive Director of the Dankwa Institute, Dr. Kingsley Nyako, stated that it is important to assure depositors of the safety of their funds.
So as we applaud the Bank of Ghana and the Ministry of Finance for the intervention, it shouldn't end there. We need assurances. We need guarantees from them regarding the way forward. So when I'm convinced that if my savings are protected, if I'm assured that when I save tomorrow, my monies are safeguarded, then I'll go and put my money in the bank, and I wouldn't also go and withdraw my money because of what is happening.
Ghana's banking sector has in recent times faced serious challenges leading to the revocation of 7 banking licenses. As Ghanaians continue to express grave concerns about the loss of jobs and livelihoods, a growing number of citizens are calling for those responsible for allegedly abusing public funds and depositors' monies to be prosecuted without fear or favor. Government's decision to rescue the affected banks from collapse by getting the Ghana Commercial Bank to take over the first two and merging the second batch of 5 banks to form the Consolidated Bank Ghana has been described as responsible and positive. What appears to be missing in the conversation, however, is the depositor. Are the customers of the 7 banks safe? How do we protect the depositor and rebuild public confidence in the financial services sector in Ghana? Dr. Nyako outlines what the forum is intended to achieve.
We think that at the end of the event tomorrow, we'll get some of the answers that we need, assurances that we need, and also from the Bank of Ghana, the regulator, and also the ministry.
The forum, which will be moderated by City FM's Bernard Avler, has the theme, The Banking Sector Cleanup. Are depositors safe?
You're still watching the Business Dashboard on City TV. When we return from the break, livestock dealers in Accra complain of low sales at the celebration of Eid.
It's engaging, detailed, and loaded with factual and incisive analysis. It's The Big Issue, your preferred Saturday morning news and current affairs analysis program on City TV. Tune in this and every Saturday at 9 a.m. and hear the newsmakers discuss the top issues for the week.
At that time, Charlotte was complete. I'm not defending Charlotte. I'm talking about the way we behave like hypocrites and ostriches in this country. At that time, she was a perfect person.
It's The Big Issue with Salam Adonu on City TV. This and every Saturday at 9 a.m.
You're in tune to the Breakfast Daily on City TV. Stonebwoy SSO. Keep it locked. Don't log off.
We spice up your mornings with culturally enriched conversations, social interviews, and policy-oriented discussions that will keep you updated on the progress of the nation.
And that is the reason I was making the point to him that I refrained from responding to this Joyce Bauer statement. Because if some citizens have accused President Mahama of diverting a certain amount of money, deal with that, deny same, and move on with your life.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Let your voice be heard with the hashtag Breakfast Daily. Join us for breakfast daily, only on City TV.
You're welcome back to the Business Dashboard on City TV. Let's bring you some more stories. Now, the Ministry of Finance has disclosed that it is planning to increase VAT penetration in the country above the current 11%. According to the ministry, it will appeal to Ghanaians to voluntarily file their taxes by creating some incentives for individuals that honor their tax obligations. Speaking to the media, the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, explained that government can improve revenue if the 11% VAT penetration is improved.
Get all of our citizens to own the future that we are talking about, and that's what I mean. Those are two important elements. Whether A will be able to ensure that everybody who has to participate in revenue generation does so, and we as a government also creating efficiency in expenditure. So that we don't have leakages and bloated budgets. I think those are going to be two. It's really because we are talking to tax consultants, advisors, and the trade associations, etc. So that when we come out of policy, it is one that would have the generality of support and goes to the heart of the problems that we have, that we all share. This precedes the budget. There's issues of technology, which is important, but I think basically the issues of attitude and we being honest to ourselves as citizens. And that is why I believe the partnership between us and the faith-based organizations is going to be critical to evangelizing the need for tax payment for everybody.
Well, away from that, the Car Rental Association of Ghana, CARG, is calling on the Ghana Tourism Authority to sanitize the car rental industry. According to them, the industry is being taken over by unregistered car rental dealers who undercut rates used for renting. President of CARG, Seth Yeboah Okran, in an interview with City Business News, says the GTA must identify the culprits and bring them to book.
You can count about 150 car rental companies. Half of them are not properly registered, and they undercut the rates and all these things. So it makes it difficult for those of us that are trying to do the right thing, because you see, they don't have much overheads. Okay, we are made to pay 1% tourism levy. You charge VAT. You charge all these things. So it makes it look like we are expensive. So it becomes disincentive for doing the right thing. It's like register it properly and charge, because you have to pass on the cost. If not, you'll be out of business. And there's someone parked right by you that doesn't pay any tax. So it become, it's a challenge for members. And seriously, most companies don't see why they should even be part of the association, or for that matter, register with GTA, because it's more disincentive. You have half of us out there doing business every day, and they undercut the rate, and you can't match them because they're not paying the right taxes and so forth and so forth. I think we can do that if government will help, meet us halfway. Will go a long way to also help us reduce, and that can drive tourism.
Now, despite the celebration of Eid al-Adha today, livestock dealers here in Accra are complaining of low sales. The festival is associated with a high consumption of cow, goat and sheep. However, a visit to some of the places where these animals are sold reveal that business is not too good for the dealers. Nanoi Ankara has more in this report.
Business for vendors of livestock is not always the same, especially in a season like Eid al-Adha. Those who sell sheep, goat and cow are the lucky ones, as celebrants of the festival prefer mutton, goat meat or beef for their favorite dishes. So on a day like this, we set off to find out how different business is for the dealers of these animals. Our visit to the livestock dealers at Aveno and Circle showed some busily slaughtering the animals for their customers. However, some of them who spoke to City News said business is very slow.
Business is not good at all. We didn't expect that kind of business, because every year in summer time we used to get the business moving, and this year is not good at all.
Last year by this time people are rushing to buy, because by this time around, as you can see yourself, the sheep are lying down.
Another dealer, Osmanu's story is the same. For him, he still has some animals he brought in to sell 2 years ago.
I've been for the past year, before tomorrow, yesterday and today, around all finished. But see, that's what I'm telling you, that we have a 2-year sheep here. Not 1 or 2, not 20. Mine would have almost 2 years sheep now. Is that right now? Wallahi, seriously. So now you buy, let's say you see this grass. We buy one this grass for only something like 10 cedi for one grass. If you have a 20 sheep now, they don't mind today, customer don't come to buy today, tomorrow. So you are going. So you have to pour all the money to the sheep or the goat. That's the problem.
For the few customers seen purchasing some of the animals, the significance of the day requires that they buy and slaughter one, regardless of their financial status.
I'm here because of the festival. That's why I came here to slough my sheep. I just bought it from Boko. I didn't bought it here. I bought it from Boko and I come to slaughter it here.
I'm here because of the festival that we have. I'm not okay because the price is more than what I expected, you know. You understand what I'm saying? Last time, the price is, it's very expensive now.
For the dealers of livestock, sales have been slow since the beginning of the year. They were hoping that with the celebration of Eid al-Adha, business will improve. However, today they tell me that sales are still slow. For City News, I am Nana Oyankwa reporting from the Nkrumah Circle here in Accra.
You're still watching the Business Dashboard on City TV. When we get back, we'll bring you some of the latest business stories from the international front. Stay with us.
For regular news checks as they unfold. 2020 news, all day, all the time. Politics, sports, entertainment, business, and more. 2020 news. We bring you the world in 20 minutes.
And that's all the news in 20 minutes.
Wherever the weekend sporting action happened, we will bring it to you here on Scorecard. Every goal, every dunk, every punch, the winning strides, and the winning volleys.
International media, he said, look, wait, sit and wait. Let me have a meal with my people. And I think that's the same cool, it's the same organization he brings to the field every time I've seen him play. He looks to me like somebody who has played over 50 caps already. Okay. But this guy has barely played over 25 caps for the national team.
All of the weekend's action in one place. Scorecard, every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. prompt on City TV. Tune in to The Point of View, Mondays and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. as Bernard Avlet takes the news further. He will bring the right guest, ask them the relevant questions, and get you the real insights you need on the big stories for the day.
I said, property tax, I will pay. If you come to my house, I'll cut you a check. But when did I do my presentation? February.
Yes.
Or February, yes, sometime. Nobody has come to my house.
Really?
Ghana is broke. And, that's the reality we must all come to live with.
The Point of View with Bernard Avlet. Monday and Wednesday nights, only on City TV. Go.
Spend 30 minutes every weekday catching up with all the trending social media conversations of the day. If you tweet it, we'll read it. We might just even Skype you.
Sometimes I feel, when we are all humans. When somebody says something about me, shut up, hey, no, I might want to say something.
Yeah.
So, but when I say, people shouldn't take it like taking things, personal and stuff. I've understood showbiz now, and I really want to work on it like that.
30 minutes is all it takes, so use the hashtag 30minutes on social media to catch our attention. Join the most interactive social media TV show weekdays at 5 p.m. only on City TV.
You're welcome back to the Business Dashboard. Time to bring you some of the top trending international business stories. Now, a former UBS trader who was jailed after being convicted of a huge fraud has avoided being deported from the UK. Kweku Adoboli, 38, has been denied permission for a judicial review of deportation proceedings against him. He had expected to be detained when he attended a monthly check-in with police in West Lothian on Monday. Mr. Adeboli was born in Ghana but has lived in the UK since he was 4. Since leaving jail, he has lived in Livingston, where he has a partner. He expected border force officers would be at the police station on Monday to detain him, but after an unusual delay in the signing-in process at the police station, he was allowed to go. What could be a temporary reprieve came after several Scottish politicians intervened. His MP, Hannah Bardell, has followed up her request to the Home Office not to detain him with a letter to the Prime Minister asking for indefinite leave to remain to be granted. Also, Donald Trump has again accused China of manipulating its currency to combat U.S. tariffs. The accusation, made in an interview with Reuters, echoes claims the U.S. president made during his 2016 campaign and repeated last month. Now, Mr. Trump also criticized the head of the U.S. Federal Reserve for raising interest rates, prompting the dollar to fall back. The U.S. and China will hold talks in Washington this week on trade. Many doubt that the discussions, which involve lower-level officials, will be successful in diffusing the tensions. Mr. Trump told Reuters he did not expect much from the meeting, which follows failed negotiations this spring. He also said he had no time frame in mind to bring the clash between the economic giants to a close. Analysts have already voiced fears that the trade war between the U.S. and China could become a currency war as well. Now, reports from Nigeria says total foreign direct investment, FDI, stood at $261.53 million in the second quarter of 2018, growing by 5.97% from the first quarter of the same year, but falling by 4.75% when compared with the corresponding quarter of last year. According to the National Bureau of Statistics' second quarter capital importation report, FDI in Nigeria represented only 5% of the total capital importation. Well, that's it for tonight's edition of the Business Dashboard on City TV. For more business stories, do visit citybusinessnews.com. And that's it for the Business Dashboard. My name is Bobby Osei. Yes, we'll catch you tomorrow with more from the world of business.
According to AngloGold, the scammers exploit